Let's talk about the free agency moves of a team who I think surprised every single NFL fan last year on how well they did, but right now the spotlight is definitely directly on them. Yes, I'm talking about the Washington Commanders. First and foremost, let's talk about who the Commanders lost in free agency, which includes edge rusher Dante Fowler Jr. He signed a 1-year, $6 million deal to the Dallas Cowboys. They also lost safety Jeremy Chin on a 2-year, $16 million deal to the Las Vegas Raiders. Last season, he played a safety slash linebacker hybrid role for the Commanders, and that will definitely be missed. But they did get a cheaper replacement that can also play multiple positions, but cheaper usually doesn't mean as effective. They also lost wide receiver Diami Brown on a 1-year, $10 million deal to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He set a career high in catches and yards last season, and he really showed up in the postseason for the Commanders. But honestly, he was allowed to leave after they traded for Deebo Samuel. We'll talk about that more later. And then the biggest loss for the Commanders is defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. He signed a 3-year, $51 million contract to go to the Minnesota Vikings. His 8 years in Washington showed a ton of success, but last season he missed 9 games with a torn pec, and also he is now 30 years old, so the Commanders felt comfortable moving on from him. Now let's jump into who they gained in free agency, which includes cornerback Jonathan Jones on a 1-year, $5 million deal from the New England Patriots, and kicker Matt Gay on a 1-year, $4 million deal from the Indianapolis Colts. And very recently in the news, they signed edge rusher Von Miller on a 1-year, $6 million deal from the Buffalo Bills. This old man has another season in him, and I see him playing the role of pass rush on third down, which honestly worked out pretty well for him last season because he had 6 sacks. And then the Commanders signed safety Will Harris on a 2-year, $6 million deal from the New Orleans Saints. That's that versatile player I was talking about who's going to replace Jeremy Chin. Harris has played safety in the nickel at corner and also outside corner. I'd argue he's more of a coverage guy compared to Jeremy Chin, but they're also going to miss Jeremy Chin's tackle ability in the middle of the field. And then the biggest gain for the Commanders this offseason was defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. He signed a 3-year, $45 million deal from the New York Jets. They needed interior defensive line help because Washington ranked 30th in rushing yards per game last season. Like and subscribe for part 2.